Mo was a hound dog who lived on a farm not far from Nashville, Tennessee. Now, Mo wasn't just an ordinary hound dog. He was a singing hound dog. Every Friday night, all the other animals on the farm would gather in the big red barn to hear Mo sing. They'd bring their guitars, and their fiddles, and their banjos, and their gut buckets, and they'd have a good old-time jamboree.
I'm Mo, the singing hound dog, and I'd like to sing for you. Within my heart there is a song, and you can sing it too. Come on, my friends, and gather round. It's sure to make you smile. I'm gonna sing some country music if you'll listen for a while.
All the animals would dance and sing all night long. Then one Friday night, while Mo was singing for everybody, he suddenly realized, I'm not happy singing country music. So the next morning, Mo packed his suitcase and hopped on a bus. A few hours later, he got off the bus and found himself in Orleans, Louisiana. He checked into a motel and then wandered on down the street to a little restaurant where a jazz band was playing. After a while, Mo got up on stage and started to sing with the band.
I'm Mo, the singing hound dog, and I'd like to sing for you. Within my heart there is a song, and you can sing it too. Well, I've traveled far away from home, just looking for my style. Now I'm singing with a jazz band, think I'll stay here for a while. Take it, boys!
Everybody loved Mo's style, and it wasn't long before he was being booked at all the other jazz clubs in town. He found himself a manager, and pretty soon Mo became so famous that he was asked to go on tour with Tony Bennett. He traveled all over the country and went on all the late-night talk shows. Then one night, while he was on stage at Caesar's Palace, Mo suddenly realized, I'm not happy singing jazz.
So the next morning, Mo packed his suitcase, hopped on a train, and moved to Toronto, Ontario. He found a small apartment and got a job as a busboy in a trendy restaurant. One morning, Mo was reading the paper and he saw an ad in the classified, Rock Band Looking for Singer. Mo thought that sounded like fun, so he joined the band and became a rock singer. Mo and his band practiced, and at their first gig they had all the kids crowd surfing in the mosh pit.
I'm Mo, the singing hound dog, and I'd like to sing for you. Within my heart there is a song, and you can sing it too. I've traveled all across the land, just looking for my style. Now I'm singing in a rock band, think I'll stay here for a while.
Everybody loved Mo's rock singing. His band quickly signed up with a record company, put out an album, and went on tour, opening for Green Day. Mo traveled all around the world, playing at all the big stadiums and festivals. Then one day, while he was performing at Lollapalooza, Mo suddenly realized, I'm not happy singing rock. So the next morning, he packed his suitcase, hopped on a plane, and flew to Florence, Italy. He took singing lessons from a very famous vocal coach and became an opera singer.
Mo, 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 the singing hound dog. Mo, 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 Mo.
Mo's first performance received rave reviews, and soon he was singing in all the great opera houses across Europe. He even went on tour as the fourth tenor. Everybody loved Mo the opera singer. And then one day, while singing in a production of The Magic Flute, Mo suddenly realized, I'm not happy singing opera.
So the next morning, Mo packed his suitcase. He was really depressed. He thought he'd never find a style of music that would make him happy. What he needed was some time to think. So Mo hopped on a big boat and sailed across the ocean back home to Tennessee.
When Mo got back to the farm, all the other animals were overjoyed to see him. They wanted to hear all about Mo's adventures as a jazz singer, a rock singer, and an opera singer. And that night they held the biggest jamboree ever. Animals came from all of the neighboring farms to celebrate. They brought their guitars and their fiddles and their banjos and their gut buckets, and everybody danced and cheered, and Mo suddenly realized he was happy. He jumped up and sang with all his heart.
I'm Mo the singing hound dog, and I'd like to sing for you. Within my heart there is a song, and you can sing it too. I've traveled all around the world just looking for my style. Now I'm back home in the country, think I'll stay here for a while.
The animals sang all through the night and all through the next day and the next night too. Mo decided to stay at the farm with all his friends. And to this very day, you'll find him singing country music with a wee bit of jazz, rock, and opera in the Big Red Barn every Friday night.